Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a mail call. Now this is going to be the first mail call video since I set up my PO box. So I want to say thank you very much to those of you that have sent me things. Today is the first day that I've actually received a delivery since the mailbox was set up, and that is because the items have to go to the post office first, and then the post office re-delivers them to my home address. Now on day one, I've already received 3 mail calls. So absolutely insane that on the first day that I've had a delivery from my new PO box, 3 items have turned up already. So I want to say a huge thank you to those of you that have sent me things already. Can't believe that, like I said, the first day that the PO box has become active, as in the first day that the post office has made a delivery from my PO box, there is 3 items. It was really, like I said, overwhelming to see. So thank you very much to those of you that have sent me things. I know a number of you have sent that you've also sent me things, and they're on the way as well. So a big shout out to you. If you sent me things, I really do appreciate it. Now in today's video, we're going to do this one first, and the reason I picked this one first is this person is a long-term subscriber. Their name is Tim, and I will blur that name out once I've contacted them and asked them if they want their name in the video or not. But they're a long-term subscriber, and they contacted me quite some time ago now saying that they wanted to send me something, and they've been asking for my address for quite some time. And as many of you all know, especially those of you that have reached out and also said that you want to send me stickers and things like that, I've always up till now been reluctant to give out my home address. So I think it's very important that I do this one first, because this person was one of the first people that actually reached out to me and wanted to send me something. And one of the items they've sent me, it was actually off the back of one of my videos where I was saying how hard these were to source in the UK. So you'll see what I mean when I open it in a minute. So Tim, thank you very much for sending me this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your patience as well, because like I said, you've been asking for some time now for an address to be able to send me something. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. I'm going to use the famous 365 Days of Silver knife. Is it going to focus? Needs a little bit of a clean, and it does need a little bit of a sharpen now, but really cool blade. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to open it from this side because this has come all the way from the US. So on the other side it does say the sender's shipping address and everything like that. So we're going to go in this side. Now there is actually another address in here, so I'm probably going to have to blur this while I get this out of the way as well. And this is just an invoice. When you send things abroad, you do have to disclose a lot more information. You have to disclose what's in the packaging, and you have to also disclose your address as well. There's also addresses I can see on this layer. So this portion of the video is going to be blurred until we get through the layers that have addresses on them. I can't see any address details on here. Let me just grab a pen just to make sure, because I don't want to disclose people's private information by mistake. There we go. So let's get into this. I think this is the final layer, so I'm going to be very careful with the knife. Wow, there's quite a few bits and pieces in here. What have we got? It's actually so exciting. It's like Christmas come early. Look at this. I think that's everything from in there. Yep. So we have, wow, look at this. We have some stickers. Oh, this is really cool. So I'm guessing he doesn't mind me disclosing his name, because he's actually put these, I don't think they're stickers, they're kind of like, oh that's cool, look at that, American Silver Eagle design on the other side. They're kind of like cards, like business cards, but in circles. So you can see his name is Tim. This is the name that you'll probably recognise. Mr. Kiwi is his name that he comments on. And for those of you that have your own stacking channels, you'll definitely recognize this name. He's a very, very active member of the community. He's always in the comments. He's also in Stackers Social, so he's also very active on there as well. But these are really, really cool. Look at this. Buy, collect, sell, trade gold and silver. Make money with gold and silver. So he's actually got his website there, so do head over and check out his website. Gold, silver, rounds, collectibles and bars. And I didn't even realise that he did this as kind of a job as well. We have had a few conversations back and forth, but I didn't realise he was kind of heavily into this as a job. But yeah, these are really, really cool. Look at these. Whenever I send out things in the future, I'm probably going to also include one of these in packages just to get his name out there, because he has kindly sent me quite a few of those, so I can distribute those across some of my mail calls when I send people things in the future. So thank you very much, Tim. Thank you very much, Mr. Kiwi. As many of you will recognise the name. Very, very cool. Really, really nice kind of business cards there. We'll pop those over the back. Dot them around there. Make it a nice themed video for you. There we go. Right, so let's have a little look. We've got this here, which is, this might just have been in there to keep it flat. Oh no, look. Oh wow, a silverback. Now these are actually near impossible to get hold of here in the UK, and these were actually made by the Goldback company for silver dragons. For those of you that haven't heard of his channel, and most of you would have done because he's quite a large YouTuber, Silver Dragons actually had these made, and they're more of a collectible piece. They're not something like the Goldbacks that you can go into shops and restaurants and places like that and use them as currency. It's more of a collectible. It does contain silver. You can see it's 1/1000th of a troy ounce, and you can see it says not legal tender, and I think there's a limited supply of them. Yeah, so you have a number here, look, 21,091 of 100,000. So it's like a collector's piece. And I actually tried to pick up some of these. Now, I'll be honest, Silver Dragons isn't a channel I watch regularly. As many of you know, I prefer the smaller channels. There's only so many hours in the day, and I'd much rather spend those spare time watching the smaller creators, because I do think their content is more genuine, it's more authentic, and it's more raw. But nevertheless, I have watched some of his videos in the past, and like I said, I've been wanting one of these for some time now, just to add to the collection, and they're really, really hard to source here in the UK. So that is really, really cool. Really chuffed with that. Like I said, these aren't like Goldbacks where you can spend them. They're purely a collector's piece, and as you can see, there's only 100,000 of them made. And I think the design on them looks really, really cool. I think Goldback have done an absolutely fantastic job on these. In the future, if my channel continues to grow like it's grown over the last sort of 10 months or so, I would love to be in a position where I could reach out to Goldbacks and see if they can make one for this channel. Really, really cool. So Tim, thank you very, very much for that. That is very, very generous. So that was why this cardboard was here, to keep that nice and flat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that back in there for now to... Actually, no, I'll put it back in there after. For now, let's get it on display. There we go. Wow, really cool. And again, I'm guessing you've seen in my videos where I've mentioned that, because I've actually mentioned in a couple of videos as well that I'd like to have some silverbacks, and I haven't been able to get hold of them. So if that's the case, thank you very much. If it's not the case, then great pick. Wow, look at this. Really, really nicely packaged. It's on some cardboard to keep it nice and flat. I'm going to carefully use the knife here. Let's use the knife all the way around to these look like they're little pouches, so that's really cool. For those of you that watched my video I uploaded the other day from the seller from eBay that sent me those vintage bars in those pouches, really, really cool. I actually used one of those pouches to send Cobra Stack or something. So it's nice to have these little pouches, especially when you sell on items to other people. You can reuse these packages and it gives it a really nice feel. Oh look, one's just fallen out of one of the packages. Right, okay, let's get this off. Oh my gosh, they're all falling out, the things. There we go, that's easy. I just pull them off like that. Okay, so they both came in their packages, so let's try and cover them up so we can show them one at a time. So we have 2 items here. Now the first one, now this is fantastic, and I want to say a massive thank you for sending me this. There was a number of videos where I've mentioned this round and I've said how gorgeous it looks, and it is so hard to source here in the UK. Now I know Cranky Stacker also has one of these on the way to me. He sent it to the Stack Collector, and the Stack Collector used his vaulting service and he looked after it for me until I got my PO box set up. So I know I actually have got another one of these on the way as well from Cranky. But it's almost like a bus. When you're waiting for a bus, nothing turns up, and then suddenly you get 2 or 3 turn up at the same time. And that's exactly what's happened here. I really, really like the look of these rounds. I was searching everywhere for these rounds. And like I said, in the UK, it's near impossible to get hold of these rounds. They're really, really hard to pick up. I think the Cobra Stacker got a couple of them and he put them on his last auction. I'm sure you might have found them on the Silver Forum. But if you go on eBay and you try and find a UK seller of these rounds, it's very, very difficult because they are a new design. And because they're released in America, there's not many of them that have made their way across the pond to the UK. So thank you very, very much, Tim, for sending me this. He actually, when I mentioned it in one of my videos that I really liked these rounds and I couldn't find them anywhere, he actually sent me a video to my emails and he had a whole tube of them. And he said, I really would like to send you one. And that is what he's done. So absolutely gorgeous. Look at the design. For those of you that have got one of these in your stack, you'll know what I mean. The camera doesn't really do it justice because it's got lots going on. So it really kind of reflects the light at all angles. It's very hard to actually, let me try and lock the focus. There we go. It's very hard to actually appreciate the beauty of these rounds. They're by Scottsdale Mint, which is one of my favourite mints. A really, really luxury mint in my opinion. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. The Scottsdale Mint makes some absolutely amazing pieces. As many of you know, the 10-ounce stacker bars are my favourite 10-ounce bar, and they're also made from the Scottsdale Mint. Absolutely gorgeous round. Thank you very, very much, Tim. This will be very, very well looked after and added to my deep stack. This is one of those coins that I'm going to put back in the capsule, and I will release it from the capsule in the future to showcase it on the channel, but as a rule it will stay in the capsule because although it's not a proof coin or anything like that, it's still a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And like I said, they're very, very hard to get hold of here in the UK. So thank you very, very much. Now this coin he also showed me on a video, and he said if you haven't got one of these yet, I will include one of these as well. And again, these are quite hard to get hold of here in the UK. Let me show you it while it's in the capsule first. Now this is a reserve round, again from the Scottsdale Mint, and it's got some really cool security features. Considering it's just a round and it's not a coin and it's not proof or anything like that, it's got some really cool security features built in. And like I said, these are very, very hard to source here in the UK because they were released in America and they're very, very popular in America. And you can see it's very hard to see on camera. There we go. You can see on these bits here it says Reserve Scottsdale, Reserve, Reserve, Reserve. You see that? Really, really hard to get the right angle on camera. There we go. So you've actually got hidden text around in these kind of bits like look like the sun lines kind of thing. Look at that. What a clever design. Really, really cool. And like I said, Scottsdale Mint, they produce some of the finest silver, and this just goes to prove that. And again on the back you've got Reserve Scottsdale Mint 1 troy ounce, and again if you turn it to a certain angle you can see 2020 and you can see the Scottsdale logo there of the lion. Really cool, really, really nice round. And if you look at it like from this angle, you can't see all those hidden text. It's only when you adjust it into certain angles. Absolutely gorgeous round. And like I said, again, these are very, very hard to get hold of here in the UK. You don't see them often for sale. Even if you go on places like eBay and you filter by destination UK, you don't really see these. The only way of getting hold of these is to buy them from the US and pay like a huge postage fee on top of the actual coin. So really, really generous for Mr. Kiwi / Tim for sending me this as well. This will be also treasured in my stack. And the same as the other one, it will be going in the capsule. I will be getting it out to showcase in videos, but for the majority of the time it will be stored in the capsule because it's such a gorgeous piece. So again, both of these are first time items in the stack. Really, really nice. I want to say a huge thank you to Tim / Mr. Kiwi. Thank you ever so much for sending me these gorgeous pieces of silver. Really, really nice, unique pieces that I don't yet have in my stack. Fantastic, like I said, business card as well, which I will be forwarding on to other people. Fantastic first mail call for the PO box. Really, really chuffed. Very, very generous. So thank you so much. As always, if anyone wants to send me things and don't feel like you have to send me pieces of silver, even just a nice letter, or if you've got your own stacking channel, a nice sticker, channel sticker is more than enough. Please send them to my new PO box, which will be listed in all my videos descriptions. My PO box is only going to be available for 6 months because it is quite expensive to have up and running here in the UK. So please do send me your letters, your stickers, or whatever else you'd like to send. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Like I said, Tim / Mr. Kiwi, such a great first mail call. As always, thanks very much for all the support. Please like this video. Please comment on this video. I don't often say that, but it would be nice to push this business out a little bit further as a way of saying thank you. As always, I hope you have a very nice day.